Good morning, fellow option traders. This is Jeff, and welcome to the Daily Scan for Monday, June 3rd, 2013. Let's start off like we usually do, looking at the announcements for today, and because it's Monday, we'll just take a peek at the entire week. Today we have three of them that could be market affecting, and then we have the chairman's speech. So Uncle Ben will be talking today. But I can tell you that, looking at all the announcements for this week, I'm not going to review them individually, but the numbers from across the world are not looking real good, and especially the data that's coming out of Japan right now is not good at all, and we'll take a peek at that in a minute. So that's the announcements. Who knows what's going to happen today? I sure don't. So let's take a peek at where we are here. Okay, so currently, well, let's look at pre-market here. For the U.S., looking flat, I would say. We have seen this number many, many times, and we've seen it take off in either direction. So really can't determine, with a number like that, what exactly may happen today. Looking at gold, we're below 14,000, which was kind of a bogey that we've been looking at lately. And oil, we've been looking at around a 95, and we're considerably below that, although you sure couldn't tell it by the gas prices around here. And then I wanted to show you the Nikkei futures, but the actual index itself closed down about 2.5%, and it has recovered a tad from that. But if we take a look at it on a chart and see what's been going on there over the last couple of weeks, things are not looking good. So they moved from a high of 16,020 down to 13,220. So that's a kind of a big move over the last 2 weeks. Definitely looking very bearish there. But we have some issues of our own here with the account. We have Celgene, I should say. I have Celgene. I don't know if you have it or not, but I do. And Celgene is consolidating right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add an alert right here at the 50 MA. Just as a come and take a look at me, because things are not looking real good. So we are going to add that alert there. I'm going to try to protect or limit the losses, I guess you might say. The next one that's in trouble is Chipotle, and I believe we already have an alert on that one. No, I guess not. Alright, so we are adding an alert there, and we can see that our short strike is well above the current 50. That's just showing you that it was a really strong move. And exactly where to put this alert? Well, anywhere down around here, because I can tell you that if it continues down, if it continues down, we could be in some doo-doo here on Chipotle. So let's put an alert right around here. And so we are watching that one, and then the other one that's in trouble is LinkedIn. That's the one that I have an alert on. Yes, I have an alert on this one, which I think I'm going to move this up a little bit here, just so I can keep a tighter rein on it, I guess you might say. although the price action over the last couple of days compared to the rest of the market has not really been all that bad on LinkedIn. It's struggling, but it's doing okay. And then the other thing that I wanted to look at is the spiders. I want to show you what I'm going to do with that. I'm thinking very seriously about doing, I have this here, an August bear call up here at 171. Let's go here and do this. Alright, so that's where it's at, is right there. So now if I take this, I'll just stretch it a bit. And I'm looking at this move right here, and I'm thinking, well, I don't necessarily want to do this bear call at this level right now because this was kind of a big move on Friday, and I'd like to see it recover a little bit. So how much do we want it to recover? Well, we're going to want to, I need a finger, give me a finger. Alright, we're going to want to take a look at maybe a Fibonacci on this. So let's do that. Let's go and say we want to look at a Fibonacci retracement. We want to take a look at the numbers for the retracement of this move here. So we come from the high and the low of this time period that we want to look at. And we can, swing this this dotted line, the up and down, the vertical dotted line, we can put it anywhere we want. So if we want to, we can put it over here just to show the trend, at least the resistance part of the trend, just for fun, not for any real big reason. And we'll go ahead and lock that in there. So I'm not sure how well you can see this. I colored all of these numbers if you want to take a look at how I have this set up. I just went down and I said I want to set the color for all the curves, and I set it to a color that sort of blends in with the background and doesn't interfere with actually looking at the candles on the chart, and that's the way I have it set up. And you can add, you can just click on add curves here, and you can do make these curves anywhere you want. You can add any sort of coefficient here that you might want, and you can turn them on and off, and this is the way that I have mine set up. Alright, so what I'm looking at is the most popular is the 38.2 and the 61.8, and what I'm going to look for here is the retrace up to the 61.8, figuring that this could become a resistance and that we would get a move back down. So that's what I'd be looking for. So what I'm going to do actually is I'm going to set an alert here at the 50% level, which is 166.06. So all I have to do is go down here and put my alert in based on the last, and we want it at 166.06. 166.06. And that's where we will set that alert. So we'll be looking for a retrace back up to there, and then considering, or at least anticipating, a bounce here, or come up here and hit this resistance and then head back down. Now, I'm not saying this is going to happen or anything. This is just a watch point. That's all it is. So I'm going to leave everything in here the way that it is. If that should happen, my August bear call, it has to, of course, come up here, and it has to actually act as resistance and give me a down candle after that. Then I will enter in on this, provided I get confirmation. Now, the way that it should work out on the stochastic and the MACD, it should pretty much, if we get a retrace back up to 61.8, the stochastic should move back up here as well and give us a hook back down again. This is just a double, triple, and quadruple confirmation. And if that should happen, and we get that move, that confirmation move down, I'm going in heavy here. I'm going to bring some big guns to that parade. To that battle, I guess you could say. Okay, so that's my thinking for now. Let's just jump right over and do the A+ list. Where are we here? We are in already 10 minutes into this, so we'll just jump over to the A+ list and get going with that. Okay, Apple. Before we do that, I had a reader suggest to me that I show my rules before I do the scan, just as a reminder. So here are my rules. I'm not going to go over them. I've already read them prior to doing the scan, and this is something that you should do too. And what I'm going to do, I'm not sure if the download thing is working on my website or not. Well, I'll take a look at that. So I may put this up there as a document on my website, but I think I have unlimited text for the videos too, for what's in the video. So I'm going to see if I can get all this in there for today's video. But I've already gone through it for today. I read it before I started the video. So we're ready to rock and roll. And I will do my best to provide that to you in multiple ways. Alright, Apple, flat, no directional trade here. Not interested at this time. Amazon, no directional trade here either. So we'll take a pass on that one. Moving average is just too flat. Baidu, we have the moving average is moving up, so we would be looking for %K to come below this 20% line. It hasn't yet. Let's put a bullseye in just to bring us our attention down here. This is what we would be looking for. Celgene, we already kind of looked at that one. It's still in an uptrend. I think we're pretty safe there for right now. This was a secondary entry here when it went below the 45 line. I did that because this moving average, the angle of the moving average was so steep. But nothing lining up for right now. CF. We have a hook down here. Okay. And we have confirmation. Set an alert. For today. Alright, moving on. Chipotle. We have our warning alert in here on Chipotle. Moving average is up. It may recover. You never know about Chipotle. So I'm going to put a target in here. Oops. I got the hand. And I want the oval. Come on. I would prefer it to be coming up here and touching the 80 and then coming down here. We'll just see what happens. I'm not saying I'm going to get in on it. Let's just see what happens. Alright, gold is behaving very nicely for us. We actually came up here and touched it. And we have... I'm not going to add to this. I'm already in it. But if you're not in it, this might be a good spot if you set an alert and gold moves down here below this line. below the 133 or so, you may want to get in with a better call yourself. Probably a June. I wouldn't go any further out than that at this time. Google. Right, so we have an uptrend here, and we have actually some weak sort of confirmation here on this hook because it went back down again. But we got in, and so far we're doing okay. This alert is in here just for me to come and take a look at it. Make sure we're not in any real big trouble. Alright, we never quite got down here for an entry on Goldman. It was a good secondary entry, but I would have liked the 50 MA to be turned up a little within a little bit of a steeper climb. I still think Goldman is a good bull play here. So let's just look for, place the target down there and see if we can actually make the target anywhere around here. And that's what we'll be looking for Goldman. So a dip now below this 45 line will get me very interested in a bull put. LinkedIn. LinkedIn just turned over here. A little concerned about that. And last week we said let's look for something over here. And that's all set and ready to go. Mastercard. Let's see here. What's with all the old drawings here on Mastercard? I'm going to delete all drawings because this target down here is no longer valid. And we'll put a new target in. Let's see if we get a hook here. This is pretty steep. So if we get a move back up, I still might be very interested in doing something here. Netflix. We're in double on this. I'm not going to get in anymore. It's still looking very, very strong. No entries coming up. So nothing going on there. Price line. This price action here is disturbing me a little bit, although this is a valid entry here. We just didn't get in on it. I wasn't real excited about that, but so far a bull put would have been a successful trade back here starting on this particular day right here. Panera. We took a pass on this. This hook did not really, this wasn't the right kind of hook here. So that's an invalid one. We do want %K to come down below the 45 to give us hopefully a higher probability. And we never got our alert to trigger here, so I am going to cancel it. And then Visa, which we just exited successfully on that one. Let's put this in here to say, turn this one red, just to review for today to say, yep, we got out of that one. We made some money on that one. So let's get rid of all the drawings now and we'll start fresh. Nice, very nice, powerful move here on Visa. So I'm going to look for a hook up here. And we'll re-enter Visa. Alright, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. Have a great day and happy trading.